Bats. These winged mammals are drawn to invasive insects like teenagers to a vampire movie. They devour them just as quickly as the mad teens pour it into theaters. And where would we be without the bats that pollinate our favorite fruits? Despite the bad rap they've received since 1897 when Bram Stoker wrote about the undead, bats demand respect. While the bat continues to fascinate and often frighten some, it maintains its status as an asset to agriculture. They are also a non-invasive species and a source of natural pest control. We produce 5 amazing videos per week, so please click on the like button and subscribe to see future videos. Like, comment, share, subscribe. There are over 1,400 species of bats worldwide. Bats can be found in nearly every part of the planet except in extreme deserts and polar regions. The difference in size and shapes are equally impressive. Bats range in size from the Kitti's hognose bat, also called the bumblebee bat, that weighs less than a penny, making it the world's smallest mammal, to the flying foxes, which can have a wingspan of up to 6 feet. The U.S. and Canada are home to about 45 species of bats, and additional species are found in the U.S. territories in the Pacific and Caribbean. Not all bats hibernate. Even though bears and bats are the two most well-known hibernators, not all bats spend their winter in caves. Some bat species, like the spotted bat, survive by migrating in search of food to warmer areas when it gets chilly. Bats have few natural predators. Disease is one of the biggest threats. Owls, hawks, and snakes eat bats, but that's nothing compared to the millions of bats dying from white nose syndrome. The disease, named for the white fungus on the muzzle and wings of bats, affects hibernating bats and has been detected in 37 states and 7 Canadian provinces. This deadly syndrome has decimated certain species more than others. It has killed over 90% of northern long-eared, little brown, and tricolored bat populations in fewer than 10 years. Scientists are working to understand the disease. You can help by avoiding places where bats are hibernating. If you do go underground, decontaminate your clothing, footwear, and gear to help with not spreading this disease to other areas. Without bats, say goodbye to bananas, avocados, and mangoes. Over 300 species of fruit depend on bats for pollination. Bats help spread seeds for nuts, figs, and cacao, the main ingredient in chocolate. Without bats, we also wouldn't have plants like agave or the iconic saguaro cactus. Night insects have the most to fear from bats. Each night, bats can eat their body weight in insects numbering in the thousands. This insect-heavy diet helps foresters and farmers protect their crops from pests. Bats are the only flying mammal. While the flying squirrel can only glide for short distances, bats are true flyers. A bat's wings resemble a modified human hand. Imagine the skin between your fingers larger, thinner, and stretched. This flexible skin membrane that extends between each long finger bone and many movable joints make bats agile flyers. Bats may be small, but they're fast little creatures. How fast a bat flies depends on the species, but they can reach speeds of over 100 miles per hour according to new research. Conservation efforts are helping bat species recover. At least 12 types of U.S. bats are endangered and more are threatened. These amazing animals face a multitude of threats, including habitat loss and disease, but we're working to change that. A unique international conservation partnership in the southwestern U.S. and Mexico has been working to help one species, the lesser long-nosed bat, recover to the point it can be removed from the endangered species list. In 1988, there were thought to be fewer than 1,000 bats at 14 known roosts range-wide. There are now an estimated 200,000 bats at 75 roosts. The longest living bat is 41 years old. It's said that the smaller the animal, the shorter its lifespan, but bats break that rule of longevity. Although most bats live less than 20 years in the wild, scientists have documented 6 species that live more than 30 years. In 2006, a tiny bat from Siberia set the world record at 41 years. Dogs aren't the only ones with pups. Baby bats are called pups, and a group of bats is a colony. Like other mammals, mother bats feed their pups breast milk, not insects. Most bats give birth to a single pup. There is at least one species that commonly has twins, and that is the eastern red bat. Mama bats form cave, tree, and rock crevice nursery colonies in the spring. Like cats, bats clean themselves. Far from being dirty, bats spend a lot of time grooming themselves. Some, like the colonial bat, even groom each other. Besides having sleek fur, cleaning also helps control parasites. Bats are aspiring medical marvels. About 80 medicines come from plants that rely on bats for their survival. While bats are not blind, studying how bats use echolocation has helped scientists develop navigational aids for the blind. Research on bats has also led to advances in vaccines. Innies or outies. Humans aren't the only ones with belly buttons. With few exceptions, nearly all mammals have navels because of mom's umbilical cord, and bats are no different. Now, the real question is, innies or outies? Bats need your help. You can help protect these amazing creatures by planting a bat garden or installing a bat house. Stay out of closed caves, especially ones with bats.